Good morning, everybody, and a very, very warm welcome to Ask the Accountants QuickBooks Labs network program, thingamajig, whatever we call it. I've actually, in fact, before we go any further, here's our official news starting to every podcast on the network. Hello, and welcome to QuickBooks Labs, part of the Ask the Accountant network, a podcast network for accountants and bookkeepers supported by our Patreon community. More on that later. A shout out to our cool list of cool friends at that point. If you are going to be one of our new tier members, you'll get a shout out just there. And if you'd like to join as a supporter, then please visit our Patreon page. We'll be going live very, very soon for bonus content and more. And we've actually got our bonus show in the diary. You guys joining us on the bonus show?
I think so.
Nice.
I can't remember.
It's what I like to hear. Before we go any further, let's actually introduce who's with us. First of all, he's back. He's healthy. He's here. And we couldn't be more happy for that. Simon, a round of applause to have you back in. Well done, well done, well done. Tell us where you've been, what's happening, and what you're willing to share.
I'll give you the short summary. I crashed my bike and I ruptured my spleen and I had surgery and now I'm fine. Within reason.
The fine bit that we care about.
It's the fine bit that we care about. But yes, I'm on the road to recovery. So I am back. But yes. Back and fit than I was, shall we say?
Yeah. Oh, we couldn't be happy to have you back. Couldn't be happy to have you back. Charlie, who are you right here?
Yeah, I'm Charlie Khan. I am an accountant in West London. Long time QuickBooks user and fan. And thankfully, I haven't fallen off my bicycle
Yet.
Yeah.
The flaws of being healthy.
Well, I'm not healthy, but I just haven't fallen off my bicycle.
Well, we couldn't be happy to have both of you with us. As always, we're here to discuss all the things about QuickBooks and all of the new stuff that's happened, and maybe even a little bit about the other side of the fence, as in a bit of news in the zero band camp as well. We wouldn't be anything without our wonderful community, and we have people joining in live, talking to us, saying hi, etc. Just like Kirsty. And Kirsty says, yay, welcome back, Simon. After all wet and cold, afternoon all wet and cold, interrupted watching you on FM right now. So yeah, welcome back, Simon. And I'm sure you'll get a lot of love from the community going forward. Right, let's go straight into topic of the show, which I want to come up with. I want to talk about is how's everyone finding the AI agents? Because we have been talking about them time and time again. It feels like it's been all we've ever talked about. But now they're actually out there in the wild. What's everyone's thoughts, feelings, what's use cases? Just give us some update on what the uses have been. Charlie, do you want to go first? Have you used any whatsoever? If so, which ones? And which ones may you've not used yet? Go for it.
I've not had a chance. I've been off for a couple of weeks. Not fully off, but semi off for a couple of weeks.
Good on you.
So I've not had the chance to use them in the wild, though I have looked at them all. I saw them all at the Accounting Council, and I've had a sort of brief little play, but I've not had a solid go at using them. One of my tasks for the Christmas break is to have a really good play around with the various AI tools, because, as I think I may have said on the last one, I think it is a fantastic innovation. I think it's going to be groundbreaking. I mean, I truly think it's going to change how we use QuickBooks enormously. So I'm looking forward to that. But that's something to give a solid test on over Christmas.
Okay, that's fine. And to be a recurring part of the show, I think at the very start, let's have an agent update. Let's see how they're doing. Simon, have you had chance at all to play around with them?
Believe it or not, in my wonderful recovery phase, I have. Yes, but I think weirdly, I've just loaded one up now just to see if it works. Some of them do and some of them don't seem to a bit like the main one I've been looking at is the accounting agent one.
Yeah.
That's the one I think that will have, especially to begin with, the most impact around, it's going to be spotting anomalies and, all stuff like that. I think it only works on certain reports and you can't, so my feedback is like, you can't, like they work on your P&L and your balance sheet, but you put a comparative in and then it removes it from the report.
Yeah.
And it only looks at 2 months when you do your insight until you get, so on the first insight that pops out from the right-hand side, it will say, oh, I think I did something the other day. I put some phone bills in because usually they're the same every month. And then I was like, right, do 200, 2,200. I did 4 months worth of bills just to test it. Little diamond came up. I was like, great, it's spotted that there's something odd on the P&L. Click on it, and then it only looked at October and November and said, oh, you've increased from October to November. In the summary, until you downloaded the detailed report, then it looked a bit further and said, oh, here's the trend, etc., etc.
Oh, interesting.
But you had to the other thing is, you think...
When you say download, you mean drill in?
No, there's a download report now.
Okay.
So you can, when it loads up on the right-hand side, obviously it gives you the different breakdown of each code that it's spotted an anomaly on. If you click on that, it obviously gives you a bit more detail, but not all the detail. Then underneath that, there's now a little download anomaly report.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So that download anomaly report went back and said, oh, look, we can see for the last 2 months you had 200 or 300, you had 200, then it increased to 2,000. This is what we spotted and this is the trend. But the other side was if you've got 10 things it's spotted, you had to do 10 downloads because it generates the report per code, not just like an overarching report.
Yeah.
Which I think would be, if you've got 20 things and you need the detail of what it's found, you're going to have to download 20 PDF reports. And it's just those little things that would be good to just go download me a report of all of the anomalies in one spreadsheet or one PDF kind of thing. Or tick the ones you want to download or something like that.
Yeah,
I think that would be quite, that would be a good change. And then feed them through into the insights. The business feed is what I'm after.
Yeah,
because that doesn't seem to be doing anything. Oh, my one is now doing something. Told me I've reviewed 4 transactions. But I would expect those sort of things to come through into there. My feed, not like, oh, you've done some transactions and I'll keep uploading your receipts like my one is at the moment. But yeah, that's the one I played around with. A few people have used the VAT one, but all that's doing is checking box 6, is it, at the moment?
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
It's, and then you're still using the VAT error checker for your rest of your VAT stuff anyway. So they're the ones we started that we've sort of reviewed, and we're just sort of putting together like which teams should use it and how they should use it, and sort of giving guidance to our teams around use and also avoiding some of them completely, like the customer agent. We've said we are marketeers, right? So we're going to very much say, it's there for your customers, but we're not going to show you how to use it. Like, we are not qualified to give marketing advice, quite frankly. And I don't want to go I'm not going to give people training on marketing and how. It's very much a case of here it is. Here's the video from QuickBooks that shows you how to use it. Be our guest, but if a client comes and goes, oh, I've seen this, we have to be aware that it's there. That's the main thing of what we're telling the team. It's there. If the client asks, there it is. Here's the link. Go and watch it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that maybe that's something where it's slightly different to you mentioned the other. I'm branding on here. The other blue people, 0, right? Is that it's down to the advisor to turn it off, or the subscriber can turn on and off the AI function at the moment.
Interesting. I didn't know that bit. Okay, so they've got control over it.
So I think, or you have to request to be added for it to be turned on.
Yeah.
So it's not on by default, and that's quite interesting. A way of doing it rather than going here it all is, because it's controlling who can read into what kind of thing. And I think that's one of the things we talked about a while back, was making sure that it's the right people are using it in the right way.
100%. Yeah.
Because
And I think the only confusion I've seen is what or where do the agents actually apply, like, and come in? Because in the US, they have a really nice UI on that business feed that you've already spoke about, where it tells you what agents are available, right? Because depending on what SKU you're on, depending on all this, you don't actually know which one. You have to go hunting at the moment.
So I found it's on. So that's what I started to find out, because I obviously wanted to know from our internal perspective is like, right, what clients are on what version?
Exactly. Yeah.
Which I've got. That's fine to get that from the subscriptions. But then what version gets what AI tools? And it's on the pricing page of QuickBooks.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to go see more, and then you get the spreadsheet of, right, accounting agent is these 3 things, business, and then you've got X, Y, Z. So it's on the price page.
But it doesn't make it clear, even as I'm looking at the price page now. It talks about from simple starts, you get AI-powered bank feeds and VAT AI agent. And then essential adds Intuit Assist again, which is the same thing, plus adds anomaly detection and customer agent. But none of those mention accounting agent.
So accounting agent is the top one. So the bank it's not very clear. You've got accounting agent, and then it has 3 bullet points underneath. They are what make up the accounting agent.
That must be the AI powered for bank feeds and the AI powered collaboration
and detection. They what make up the accounting agent. So it's not particularly well written in that table, because you're like, oh right, all of this is the accounting. That's the other one we haven't really examined yet, is the collaboration one.
Oh, that's brilliant.
We've not dived into that yet, just because we wanted to test it first, just to see how it works. But like the finance agent, again, because it's in advanced, we don't have that many people on advanced yet.
Tricky, isn't it? Yeah.
So we have got like a demo advanced account. We're going to try and use those things just so we have awareness of it. Project management, I did look at that one. It's not, at the moment, you just drag and drop some files in and it creates a draft project, basically.
There's so much more they can do with that, right? And
it's sort of like OCR for your contract, is why.
Yeah, but there is there's a
lot more that said it's going to happen, it's going to do, but at the moment it's about creating those projects.
And maintaining it. I mean, if it can ever get to the point of maintaining a project for you, I think that's the important thing, right? Like finding transactions that should belong to that project and trying to bring them in.
But at the moment, it's just creating draft projects. So the finance one is the one I want to really investigate around, because it says it will do KPIs and scenario planning and that sort of stuff. But it's getting into the data and having some data to mess around with.
The demo. Yeah, the demo I've looked at, again, it's a demo client. I mean, technically, my accounting practice is on an advanced one. Maybe I should be using it on that, right? Like maybe that's where I should be playing around with it more. But it is a tricky one. I think the VAT one's the one I was most excited for, but I do feel like it's difficult to bring it into a workflow. I feel like it was just kind of tacked on. It almost needed to be part of that error checker, right? And it needed to kind of
just combine those 2 things together, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Because everyone will have got their workflows outside of QuickBooks of like, this is what you do for a VAT return review or bookkeeping review. So we're building these things into stages of the workflows from a practice perspective. So go, right, this is your bookkeeping bit. Before it goes to review, run P&L for your anomalies and, give it that brief review before it goes to someone to review it. And then they send it back and go, well, that's a typo. Or you've added too many zeros and all that sort of stuff. It's just that extra check that's going to give stuff quickly. That's
and it's going to be interesting when the rest of the accounting agent starts coming live, the ones we already have out in the States, because I don't know if we know what the price point or what version or what SKU they're going to go into. So like the reconciliation one and all that sort of stuff, right? I'm really excited for them to come in, but where's that going to land? We don't know yet, do we? So it's kind of a bit of a wait and see on that one. But that collaboration tool, I highly recommend. Like that is probably the most used part of the agents that we're using at the moment. Like it is really, really, really clever and cool, that one. And for us, we've tried the customer one. We've got producer Lizzie, right, who is a marketeer. She is qualified to be doing about this, right? We can't get it to work. We've tried pressing multiple buttons. It feels like especially in the UK, maybe, or only in the UK, it feels like it's just it's not connecting properly. It can read, so the idea of the customer agent, it can read your email account, so you connect it to an email account and read it, find and stuff for you, and then it's supposed to be able to generate potential emails to go out to them and try and G up the people and all that sort of stuff, right? It just doesn't seem to be doing that. So it is what it is, but at the moment, I don't think that one's working as intended.
I think it's more to say to people that might have already, conversation the other day internally, we don't know if our clients are already using MailChimp, right?
Yeah.
We might have loads of clients already using, but we have no idea. So they might be on QuickBooks and have no idea that QuickBooks even own MailChimp.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, by the way, this is here. And they go, oh, well, if I'm paying for it here, why would I also pay for it here? It's that sort of thing that clients need to be aware of, isn't it?
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a conversation around that, isn't there? And yeah, we'll see. Kirsty says, I have set up lots of bookmarks to get to the pages I need. I've fed back. Yes,
I totally agree with her. It's doing my nutting.
Well, you have to do it every single time.
You have to do it every single time.
Yeah.
You can't say it as practice level. And
yeah.
So it's like, I want to go in and set, right, our bookkeeping team, here's your top 5 things you need to do. They've got to do it on every single client. And then you clear your cookies and it loses them all as well anyway. So
yeah. And
I've said for years that all of these settings should not be linked to cookies. Whether it's pop-ups, do you want to think about adding payments to invoice, all these different things, they should never be linked to cookies, because I set my QuickBooks and a few other web pages to clear. I don't clear all my cookies, but certain pages, certain banks, things like that, clear every time I close the browser. It should be linked to your account. It's a login account, so it should be linked to your account. It's insane.
It's also shrinking down the number of places you can get to things, right? I think we talked about before. There's still 3 or 4 places to go to the same place, or extra clicks on that left bar, and then I think we did one where we clicked on something. It might have been on the last time I was on here, and then the whole thing just disappeared.
It is. I mean, I think the new menu is basically kind of good, except they've made it much too complicated. It needs to be.
It's more the clients that are going to struggle.
Yeah, my clients are definitely struggling with it. Yeah,
because it's like, right, well, I want to raise a sales invoice. Like most people are like, if you're a quick user, you just go to create new sales invoice. But some people, they're so used to that left-hand side to go customers.
Yeah, I feel customers is the one that I'm struggling to relearn my memory and relearn my muscle memory of how to get to, because I don't know about you, I live in my customers on a regular basis.
The one I'm logged in at the moment is that's my cycling club one, just because I could log into it outside of the system. But if you're in as an accountant, you also have bookmarks and you also have my menu.
Yes. Yeah.
They're the same thing. In effect,
they are, but my menu also gives you some extra functionality. But again,
my menu has got all the little briefcase thing that used to appear.
Yeah, exactly. So you should be able to set that at practice level, and then get rid of bookmarks or get rid of some of the other buttons. Yeah.
And set what your favorite things at the bottom are going to be, so you can get that. It definitely, and I think it should have launched with that, because that would have been a reason to get you to go into that new experience, right? We could say, oh, getting this new experience and you get to customize it at firm level. I think we would have had much more of a buy-in, where currently most people are going, I'm just going to switch back because I know what I know, and what extra am I getting from it? I think that's been the problem, hasn't it? Kirsty says that she lives in incognito, so she's okay. But just on the vinyl, which says VAT agent is good, but odd it's extra. Yeah, it just doesn't feel in that workflow. It's brilliant when it works and when you're using it, but you've got to force your team to use it at the moment. And as far as finding the reclassify button, I actually had a WhatsApp message from an ex-TWN trainer, I won't tell you who it is, and they were like, where's my reclassification gone?
It's in the my menu, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's kind of hidden there, and it's not
the bottom.
It's
well,
not
that's
obvious.
The tools,
it's
but
not obvious.
the VAT agent, though, I mean, the only place I can see it is if when you click the little drop down next to next VAT, and it's at the bottom, it says pre-file check.
Yeah,
but
I think actually if you go into a VAT, I think if you go into a VAT return now, they haven't added a little sparkle there that takes you to the VAT agent as well. But you're right, the first and probably the place most people spot it is that drop down. You've got VAT checker at the top and pre-check at the bottom. So I feel like this is just a better workflow for that, isn't there, going forward?
Check. Yeah. So on the left, you've got the little sparkle. Check your return before you file, and then on the right, view pre-file check. It's kind of separated, which
doesn't quite work.
It's
You
not
almost,
intuitive.
part of me feels like there should be like I don't know what the UI phrase is, but that way you have to go next. Like it should bring up the previous
workflow.
Yeah. And you physically got to go through it.
And nothing happens.
Yeah. All right. So that is our agent update for this one. We'll be back on this on a monthly basis because, we've got a lot to talk about for the agents. And I'm just so excited for reconciliation to come. Like that is, I'm counting the days. We don't know the day, but I just can't wait for that to come along. Next one, Nick Williams has posted 4 hours ago that today marks a major milestone for small businesses across the UK. And it says we've officially launched QuickBooks Payments, bringing fast, seamless, pay-enabled invoicing to millions of customers on the Intuit platform. And he goes on to explain what it is. Basically, it is adding a Pay Now button directly to invoices, track every payment in real time, automate reminders, reconcile invoices instantly without the manual work, and accept pay by bank and pay by card, with more methods coming soon. Now, he said QuickBooks Payments is live. So I took him at his word because I've been looking to play with this for a long time.
I've got it.
Oh, well, here we go. We've actually got someone who's got it, because I have tried 30 plus clients. I've tried creating a new client and done it. So what are we looking for, Simon, to know that we've got this?
Can I find it is the answer. Let me close some of these things because you don't want to see them. It is under your settings, top cog, and in your settings. And there is now a menu. Can I share my screen? I don't know if I can do that.
If you want to, but only if it's not sensitive, obviously.
Yeah, it's a cycling club.
He's made how much?
Can I do this? Hang on, bear with me. So, in your settings, there's now a new thing called payment.
Oh, it's there.
And in here, you now see activate payments, and also under here,
see our rates.
I have that also, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Okay, cool. So
that's where it is. So you just activate it and ask you about your business type, etc.
And off to the races. Okay. But to clarify, at this point, this looks like it's ran by Aidan, which is the same people who do eBay, right?
Correct.
And at the moment, it looks like
it's signing up to Aidan, basically, isn't it? In effect, because it's all. This is very much. I think if I did this one, which is what we are,
blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
It's ask, and then this is a similar sort of workflows you would be signing up for any of the other. Like your payment providers, like an Apron of this world, isn't it? So I own this company. It's then going to go away and do your AML checks and all of that jazz.
So the benefit to this, because currently you still have access to PayPal, right? And PayPal was your Pay Now button, and has been exclusively the PayPal button since I think it was since QuickBooks.
It was for a bit because they were next door to each other in Silicon Valley. Using the same car parts.
But at the moment, this is just the opportunity for you to get a Pay Now button on the new invoicing experience. So if you move to the new invoice experience, this is how you can get a Pay Now button. This is how that can be selected and gone forward. Like that. Very good. This isn't though.
Fees and all that jazz. So there's clearly a bit in the middle, so it's not going direct to your bank account.
Which we were told was the case, were we not all promised? I thought we were getting like a
open banking style.
Exactly.
It doesn't look like that unless they're using Aidan, but Aidan's providing the open banking thing. But then there's loads of lots of open banking things out there that can be used, like Plaid and Aidan and all that jazz.
Interesting.
But does it not? I mean, is it not going to do it in as streamlined a way as it worked with Go Cardless previously?
Well, this isn't the Go Card because this isn't direct debit. This is just the pay now button.
No, the bank, pay by bank. Does it not offer that as well? Can you not set that up in there?
It's a bit more clunky in Go Cardless, I think, to do a one-off payment. It's quite good for, they said that you put your bank details in, etc.
Yeah.
This will be more here's the invoice, press pay, and you pay it.
Well, I assumed you could use this to set up direct debits as well. Now that they're not working with Go Cardless.
No. Well, potentially down the line you could. I'm guessing, but not.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't know yet what that looks like, and I don't.
So you think at the moment it's just one-off? Someone's got to click a specific invoice and saying I'm choosing to pay by open banking, whatever. Yeah. I've noticed that some of them have that Visa thing there as well.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. Yeah.
I'm not sure
so
why.
Some is just pay by bank. Some gives you the Visa option, Visa and MasterCard option, isn't it?
Yeah.
To go through from there. So that's something definitely to keep an eye on. I'm glad you found that though, because I've been looking everywhere for that. Like, because my assumption would have been that it would be part of the invoice screen. So
that's where I initially looked for it.
Yeah.
And I noticed there was in the invoice screen is now a new deposit button that you can turn on. But then I was like, I'll just check settings, and it's in settings. So if you, when you're in new, so you'd probably divided and checked on this left-hand side. If you go to payment options, there's now a new.
That wasn't there.
That's
an hour ago. That
Is
wasn't
that
there an hour ago. Generally, an hour ago, that was not there.
Are we so like breaking news that we're announcing these things as they happen? Because I've now got accept online payments as well.
Yeah,
it wasn't there whenever I sent you that image on WhatsApp about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I think we're
it's here as well. Look.
Yeah, that didn't exist. Where's my phone? There. At 4:30, that wasn't there.
yeah, exactly. Same here. The interesting one I want, and I just wanted to switch before I share the screen again. My interesting one is if it's in here, because this will be an actual game changer. This is QuickBooks Sole Trader. And if you think back to QuickBooks Self-Employed, we've never had an option before.
Yeah, payments.
It's there. Yeah. And again, this definitely wasn't here. So
I think that's where it's going to get most of its traction, most probably.
You would have thought so, wouldn't you? Because they've never. Oh, it's not here. It's okay. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Oh no!
Yeah, at the top you got
pay online.
So you've got
different place.
Yeah, slightly differently where it's gone, but it's there.
But that is huge, right? Finally, in the sole trader, self-employed product, whatever you want to call it now. Well, it's sole trader, but we finally have a pay now button, which I know was a big ask for it. So that's good. That's good.
Just so you know, if you do it from the invoice screen that you're on, and it says set up, it takes you to the sales settings. In your settings, then you have to, then there's an activate accept online payments beta that then takes you back to the payment settings bit. So it's a bit of a long-winded way to get around that.
Makes sense.
But
and it'll be interesting, like you said, Charlie. Do we ever get direct debit out of this later down the line? We will find out at some point, I assume. But it goes through from there. But this is going to be a tricky one though, because I don't know if you've got any clients. Well, we have it on Bofix, right? Because we have activated PayPal and we've activated Go Cardless, we can't get to the new invoice experience. Like every time we click on go up to update, it just bombs out and takes us back down again. How that's going to get fixed, I don't know. I don't think there is a solution for it, is there? I feel like it's one day they're just going to turn off the old solutions, Go Cardless.
Well, I would hope they would give you plenty of warning and say you can turn it off, and once you've turned it off, the option to turn on the new system will then automatically appear.
But that's going to be quite a messy transitional period, though, isn't it?
Well, you'll have to make a manual note of all of them, stop your direct debit, stop all the rest of it, and then set them up. Yeah. I mean, unless they have some means of downloading all your mandates. I mean, they'll need to be re-signed because it's with a new entity. But if you could download the mandates into a CSV or something, and then it could generate emails to go out to the clients to sign a new mandate.
Yeah, because it's new media, isn't it?
I know Adfin have a solution. They can migrate your mandates from Go Cardless
without the customer having to sign anything.
Yeah, it takes a long time. It's like a 6-week process or something.
Okay.
I think if I was migrating people, I want the customers to at least see something, I think.
Yeah, there is that point, isn't there? But
Yeah.
it's such a buying decision, though, isn't it? Trying to get people to re-sign up. I don't know. I don't know.
It's a more of it. Yeah, it is. But it's
because if the writing's on the wall for the current payment providers at the moment, and the PayPal Pay Now button's fine. Like that can go. That's not. If anything, we get a better. I think it's a better rate, and it's more convenient because it's not going into your PayPal account now, which it currently has always been a bit of a pain point with the PayPal Pay Now button, isn't it? Because it goes into your PayPal button, then you've got to try and get that money out, right? So
PayPal has always been a nightmare.
Yeah, and it was expensive, right? So I thumbs up with this. This seems like
only 1% plus VAT or 1.2%.
Oh, it's 1.2, isn't it?
If you use a card, it's 1.2%.
Yeah,
plus 20p.
Yeah, and is the card capped as well, or not?
No, the card amount isn't capped.
Whereas the bank is capped at £4,
which is very similar to Go Cardless was.
That's high.
It's like £4.
Go Cardless used to be £2, and then they moved it to £4 a few years ago.
What would be noticed, I've just noticed at the bottom, it says rates are accurate as of the 25th of April.
Yeah.
So
that must be when they agreed their terms, though. That must be just a commercial deal, isn't it?
I think obviously the cards are going to cost more, so it's going to, on a £10 transaction, it's going to cost you.
I'm trying to find the old PayPal. Does anyone remember what the old PayPal ones were, so we can compare them?
They had a really good rate with PayPal.
It was a really
when they
great
launched it.
They negotiated a good rate. They didn't at the beginning, if you remember.
But it was. I mean, I think PayPal wasn't. I don't think it was more than 1.2, or was it? Might have been 1.4.
It was around there. It was around that.
It was 1 point something. It was definitely lower than if you were just normally using. It was much lower than just using PayPal normally. So they did have a very good rate. It was 1.2 or 1.4, I think.
I can't find it, so I couldn't tell you. But I can't find where it was.
The only thing that avoids PayPal is I can't stand PayPal.
I want to say it was 1. I've just shoved it into AI. It said it was 1.7.
No, I'm sure it was less than that.
But I think it was less than that for us.
Yeah. I remember there being like some sort of negotiated deal, and it came down. I remember it being quite substantially higher at the beginning. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, look, it's good news all around. I think we've just got to be really careful about how that's going to work. And I think it's only really going to affect accountants more than anything. I think that was the biggest uptake for Go Cardless. Accounting firms love Go Cardless, loved it being integrated with your invoice and everything else. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes forward. One to look out for. And Kirsty's found it, so it's not just us, it's there.
I think it's being rolled out as we speak.
It sounds like it, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm definitely going to get signed up, definitely going to get using, because it's definitely something to play around with. Do we want to talk about Xero's new API charges? Because it is relating to QuickBooks One that happened. When did they bring their news out? Was that like 4 months ago?
Yep.
Now, I don't know if this is comparable or not, but basically, Xero's gone out and they've got new tiers for all of their connectors, all of their, do they call them apps? They do call them apps, don't they?
App Marketplace, yeah.
App Marketplace. There's a whole new price point coming in. It looks very, very aggressive from what the outcry on social media has been. But basically, it's like 5 connectors, so a starter package is $0 at cost. Core, which is their one going up, is for 50 connections, and it's for £15 per month. And plus is 1,000 connections at £95 per month. If you want an advanced connection with 10,000 advanced, which is 10,000 connections, that's £745 a month.
So this is across your entire practice. Is it all your clients and each app connected to each client?
No, sorry, this will be the app itself if they want to add.
Each time it makes a call.
No, and a connection, I believe, and
clarifying is what are they classing as a connection?
Yeah,
but isn't that a firm connecting to it? So think of Engager, because that's the easiest one I can think of, right? Engager has X amount of practice owners out there, and they have an option to connect their Xero account to. I think each one of them is a connection, right?
Yeah, right. Each tenant, right? So you have a connection tenant. That would be, so you've got your engager and your practice has 500 clients, right?
Yeah.
If each of those 500 were on Xero or QuickBooks, that would be 500 connections.
Well, really? Do you reckon that?
Because you're connecting to each, because each one will be a
Oh,
tenant.
no. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. If it was connected to the individual, yeah. So there's Xenon connection. Yes,
Yeah.
Xenon. They're in. Yeah, they would be in trouble. But in fairness to Engager, it's you only connect to your practice one, so it's one connection.
Yeah.
Because the Xero you're trying to get there is to see things like invoices. But
so therefore, if you were connecting Xenon to 500 clients and you were connecting, let's say, a payroll product to 200 clients, that would be 700 connections, would it?
Yeah, but that'll be paid by your payroll app. Would have to pay for the 200 and the
which would be £95 for them.
Okay, so the end users aren't directly paying it. It's always the apps that are going to be paying.
It's the apps are paying their price.
They'll put their price up.
That cost to you. There's no way they're going to eat that cost.
No, they'll put the price up. Yeah,
they have to, don't they? And like Xenon, Xenon's going to have to put the price up quite considerably, are they not?
You'd think so.
Well, I mean, if they can only buy in bulk, it depends.
There's an
if they're above the lower level, but nowhere near 10,000, then they've got to spread that extra cost, 750 quid a month for a lot of people, to not that many people. But
I'd imagine most apps will be in the 1,000 to 10,000 range. In that Xero marketplace.
Yeah.
Unless they are global apps. Unless they're, for a UK specific one, might be in that.
I would imagine there'd be a negotiation.
Dex would be
has to be in the 10,000. Yeah.
Dex would be way above that as well.
And they can eat that. Dex don't care about 750 quid a month. No, that's peanuts.
No, they probably don't. But you don't know what. No, above 10,000, it just says price on application. So who knows what it is?
Well, that's negotiable.
And the big, 10. Yeah, there's a disc. Obviously, as you buy more, the discount gets cheaper. But it's still a cost that's going to get passed on to someone.
I mean, I would imagine if you're an app that's relatively new and you're above the threshold, below whatever the threshold is, below 10,000, you're only just above that.
That's £95 a month.
Right. I would imagine there's a conversation to be had with Xero. If they see you as a nice, decent app that's going to help their Xero clients, they're not going to jump you straight to 750. If you're a small new app developer, they'll negotiate with you.
But there is also, if I remember rightly, don't they take a percentage of, if you get an app through the marketplace, they take a fee there as well of the monthly amount?
It depends how you're positioned in their marketplace, isn't it? So there's different ways. But yeah, you're right. If you are on their marketplace, they've done the Apple model. Yeah. And I know QuickBooks Intuit, they brought in a whole new raft of changes to their API 6 months ago, whenever it was. And I can't remember if it's comparable or not to this. I can't remember where it sits. But in fairness to Intuit, it was with that promise that they're going to improve their APIs because they were behind. They were miles behind in what Xero had.
In August, the Intuit ones were changed. I'm just
just let's see if they're comparable or not. But I didn't think Xero needed to improve all that. I thought that was one of their strongest parts was their API to their third parties. In my mind, I don't understand where this is from, right? The Intuit one, they were playing catch up, and to play catch up, you've got to invest, right? And you've got to try and find ways to make it worthwhile, right? What Xero? Why are they having to make these changes now? That's what I don't understand. When they're already clearly ahead of the game when it comes to APIs and what they had offering. What is it other than? All I want to say is greed. I don't know what else. Yeah,
it's maybe they have changed something else. But if you were just sitting on the outside,
they were already way clear of everyone else, right? From an API.
Everyone who built and integrate. I've had people build integrations to Xero and to QuickBooks and other systems. And the Xero one was always easier to use.
Easier and more options, right? They had more APIs, more links.
And that's why things like, when Dex bought out prepayment, it had Xero first because it was ready to, easier to go with and build.
Yeah, even now, Xenon in your position, they come out with better feeds and better
connections,
Yeah, with Xero, because Xero, there's more for them to look into. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of angry people out there, and I get it.
There was angry people about the zero price increase anyway, and there'll be obviously. Is it January the QuickBooks prices go up as well?
Yeah.
So these prices are going up, and yes, QuickBooks got a whole new platform, right? So they can say, right, look, this is the price is going up, but you're getting these things, which we talked about.
It's a shiny new thing again.
There's all these agents to do stuff.
Yeah.
That's what people are struggling with on the zero side is, yes, we've got Jacked, but it's in beta, and we've got a new home screen that's very nice. Don't get me wrong, the new home screen is very nice.
Yeah.
But what else are we getting? Yes, we've got Sift if you have the right version, but some of the screens in Zero are still like from 0.1.0. And like little things like I want to allocate credit notes against multiple invoices or pay all invoices off in one go. I'm like, that's like an old school Zero screen. You have to do one by one.
Yeah.
It's little things like that people are starting to get annoyed with because they're paying the money and the money goes up again. And they used to be, price comparable, really, didn't they?
Yeah, but they always seem to jump first, right? It was always Zero put their prices up and Intuit followed suit. Now, in this particular price increase, everything other than Plus and Advance, Intuit's just followed suit, and they've got to the same price. I'm a little bit on the fence of if the Plus price increase above what Zero is warranted, but that's what they've got.
£56 if you go direct, it's £56 for Plus, and it's which is
40 odd? Is it 40 odd for Zero? 48 maybe?
This is the thing that I have conversations with our clients is, and we always struggle to. You got to compare like for like, right?
Yeah. And
one person will call it this, and the other person will call it this. So you got to be really careful of when you're comparing things. Comprehensive Zero is £50 a month, and then Ultimate is £65. But you need to know what is included in what do you get for certain things, and finding a table with what's actually in there is always here we go. So like Ultimate, if we compare like from like, you get some bill payments which you don't have with QuickBooks. So you get 15 bill payments. You get payroll for up to 10 people. That's additional so it's quite hard to compare like for like. You get the expense, you get expenses and those sort of things and projects, but only for 10 people. So then you're like, right, so that's 10 people, but then if I wanted more than 5 people in QuickBooks, I need advanced. And then so it's actually quite hard to compare one to the other in that respect because all of the feature sets are different.
Yeah,
I think the one that you can compare to, and that's where it always was multi-currency. Because you have to have comprehensive to have multi-currency, whereas QuickBooks was always essentials. You have multi-currency.
Yeah.
That was always the distinction.
That's almost your barometer then, isn't it, at that point?
Because there's, but otherwise, 65 or 56, it's just then those little things that you may, it's all differences on the features you may or may not need.
Yeah,
exactly. Projects. If you're a one user, if you want projects and you only got 1 or 2 users, then you'd pick QuickBooks, right?
Yeah, it makes sense, wouldn't it, at that point?
And it's all that sort of stuff. And the Zero price changes to have them all in these packages has helped. Because before you'd have to pay per user for your projects.
Yeah, and there were like add-on fees and all that sort of stuff, wasn't it?
And there are still add-on fees once you get over those amounts, but it kind of worked. Yes, everyone was annoyed about it, but
I suppose at least they do have add-on fees because that's what Intuit's never had. Like your maximum is 25 users. That's it.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Zero's got unlimited users, right? Regardless of where you were sat. But then the additional modules around payroll and projects and mileage you could add, they were extra
and add them to the user count. Yeah.
So like, I can have 25 users on Zero, 10 of them only need expenses. Cool, that's included. And that's where it's going to be interesting around the user rights, and then the rest of it's all very modular. This is the module I need. Do I need this?
Yeah.
And that's where it's trying to, from firms like ours or me that have to sit there and work out, right, if you come to us as a client, right, which one is best suited for you? We have to go through that scope of work to say, what are you doing? What do you want to get out of this? Rather than just go,
especially when they've got multiple entities, right? And
well,
that's
not even multiple entities, just a one entity thing to sit down
really?
and go, right, what's your end goal? Which would be, what reporting do you want? All of that sort of stuff, work back to go, actually, these are the features you need, right? You go on Xero, or you go on QuickBooks, or you go on Sage, or you go on whatever.
Yeah.
Rather than just go, right, you're all going on to Xero, you're all going on to QuickBooks. Because otherwise people just end up with an absolute mess. Yeah,
seen it.
All
right,
go direct now. Just go direct, buy a license because they're stupidly cheap.
but that's always been the problem with us selling ours, right? Like our wholesale ones, because why wouldn't you tell a client to go direct?
I'll go buy one. £123 or advance is £12 a month at the moment.
Yeah, but only for 6 months or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
changed it the other day.
take that deal, wouldn't you?
It was 12. I think it was £12 for a whole year at one point.
Yeah.
On Friday. That might have been Black Friday.
Now at the moment it's 6 months. Save 90% for 6 months on all SKUs.
Yeah. So
Okay, let's talk about some new stuff. And I'm hoping it's active in my account.
That was quite
nice. It's not here. Rubbish. Okay. That's annoying. Let me show it you just because I've seen the screen through here. I'll quickly just show it on screen. But when you go to your bank rules now, you now have the option for integration rules. I'm gutted though because it's gone now, so I wonder if it came and went again. But the idea of this is that when you come in to do your rules, you can now create rules for the new integration screen. So if anyone's not seen the integration screen, please have a look at it. I think it's flawed in some respects, but the concept's brilliant, right? But this is about you being able to bring in your PayPal and your Squarespace, and there's other ones that you can bring in here, eBay, Amazon, all that sort of stuff, and you bring it in very, very similar to like a banking screen, and you can have that directly in QuickBooks and bring it directly in here. Now, this new integration screen's been around for a while, but basically you can see all your transactions coming through, and you can kind of do the processing in, and you've got this error element and all this and the other. And from a PayPal point of view, it's brilliant. There's like much better ways to go in and bring the transaction in and all that sort of stuff, which is good. We like it. But it didn't have a rule section, which the bank screen always had a rule. So now in certain places, and I can't find how I got to it, there is now an opportunity to have rules in your banking for the bank, and also for this new banking integration transaction screen.
On the left, go up 3 on the menu on the left. Integration transactions.
Yeah.
Down one. No, down one.
Oh, it doesn't exist.
Yeah,
that's where you were. Oh, I see.
Yeah, where I was. Yeah.
So when I click on that, okay, so that's
a nice page of all the different integrations you got available. Is that right?
Yeah. So when I click on that on this client here, I've got PayPal connector, Squarespace connector, etc., which is presumably what you've already done to get your PayPal. And
yeah, exactly. What one big criticism I'll have on it though is you can't get back to that screen ever. So I have no way of getting back to there. So the only way I can add these other integrations is to remember one of the ones you've just said, go to the integration page up here and add it manually. So if I was to add eBay, for example, it would appear in this place, but I've got to somehow be psychic and remember that eBay is one of the ones that was on that thing you just mentioned. But the idea is
there's 8 of them. That's interesting because there's 8 of them on the Sync Your Sales channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're not all on the integrations at the top.
They will all be there. They are all there. You just got to find them. It's just that first one is fine. First time you connect it, you click on one of those buttons you've got, and it'll run you through the process of connecting it. Absolutely fine. Finding it again, That's
You'd think there'd be a nice plus button there, like there is on the bank.
Yeah,
right?
add more or something or whatever it's going to be, right? But I think over time, hopefully they'll fix that. But yeah, at the moment it's definitely not there. But this is a much better experience than what we had. It fixes things like multi-currency much better. So you remember those days when you would have things like, if I look into this one here, if that was $1,300, it was coming for $1,300 regardless of what the thing was. So it solves all them sort of issues for you. And now, or at some point, we're going to have rules. I think we're going to have a lot of better ways in which we can go through and get those rules up and running. So happy. What was the other one? It was price rules. Yeah. So in a advanced one, an advanced file, if you go to your settings area, you now have the option to finally enable price rules, which we spoke about before, way back when we found it in the American product. But now it's finally available in your advanced. You go to sales, from sales, you go on here, and you can see I have the option to turn on price rules. Once I turn on the price rules, I now have the option under customers. So I'm going to go to a customer. Although finding customers is painful. But I can go into a customer. And now when I go into a customer, I now have the opportunity to do price rule. I thought it was here. Have I? Yeah.
Is it
full price rules
and services?
Price rules. Is it under edit then? I thought it was there. I remember seeing it there. I don't know why I can't. Oh, fiddlesticks. I can't remember where it is. All contracts are there, though. Contracts have come live, which is good. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say.
I'll put you through it.
They were there. I have turned them on. I have used them in the past.
Go settings, all lists.
Do you have them there as well?
Price rules should be in there. Yeah, there it is. Just below.
Got it on the left. Yeah.
Oh, so is it under? I thought it was under the individual customer though.
No, there
definitely
you go.
That in
rule name 1 for what product, etc., etc.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. So here are your price rules. So yeah, you get the opportunity. You can create the pool. So maybe it's going to be Adam. You can say what customer it relates to. So I'm going to say select individually, and I'm going to say it's just for Adam himself. And then when I've got him as a customer there, I can say what's going to happen. And I'm going to say, well, maybe I want prices to have a percentage discount, fixed amount discount, custom price per item. See if it's decrease, increase. So maybe I want to say that he gets a 10% price savings going around for all of them. And I can say start date and end date as much as I want. Press save and close. And then now as I go to Adam and I go to an invoice and I choose Adam himself. Now, because I've chosen Adam, I should get my new prices. Huh.
The discount was it 300 less 10% or something?
Oh yeah, maybe it was. But I could have. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that was it. I was going to say
you can have multiple rates for that customer, then you get the drop down box, then you can override it.
I remember, but I'm pretty sure in the American product you also got like a nice little indication that you were getting that one. But yeah, you've got them there. You can go to default, or you can go to his personal one that I've created here. But it's going to default to the personal one, and it goes through from there. So
and you can still override it.
Now, the bit that I can't remember if it was like this or not was currency. Currency ones. They're the ones that we're interested in, right? Because then you can set different prices in different currencies so that you've got those. And this is especially for product and services, right? You can set that, you know, this product, it may be £300 in the UK, but in the US, it's $400, for example, right? And you can set them so that it doesn't matter what currency is going to be, comes in the right one. Thoughts? Everything else? Am I being daft though? Was that when we showed this last time? Was it not under a customer?
I wasn't here last time, but that's where I've always thought it was, under your...
Yeah, interesting.
Your products and services are on your list is where I would have gone.
Yeah. But anyway, it's there though. Product services there. Cool. What do people think? What's your opinion on the matter?
I think great.
Yeah.
So go on, Si.
I was going to say, the more that we've been banging on about stock and all those sort of things for a while, these are the sort of things, if you're going to have a more advanced stock system, this is the stuff that it's going to start wanting.
Yeah.
100%. I'm just speaking of stock. We've never covered it, but don't we have the new stock functionality now?
Your advanced one doesn't have it. It's weird.
Yeah, but there is now a new way of tracking your stock in different formats somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah, I haven't got my license on the new the one I've got open isn't
Yeah.
a plus or an advanced.
But there is a way now doing
stock
on a different version
I think
somewhere.
that's that. Yeah, those are those differentiators you go into advanced that need to be sort of tweaked and added more to, right?
100%.
To keep you in one place rather than start looking out at the marketplace.
Yes. Yeah. And we've never looked at them yet, but we now have the opportunity to do a conversions is all to do with the new what do you call it, but there was contracts as well now built directly in the product. So you create a contract, put it through from here, and once you've got that contract kind of up and running, you then basically dump a PDF document in there, and you can have it signed directly within the area there. So yeah, I'm really struggling for my YouTube channel to go, well, which one of these items should I be doing a video on, because there's not enough meat in the bone for like the contracts and stuff to
I
put
think
them
the
in
contracts would be all around. That would be good for the project. When the project thing gets a bit more robust. In that sense.
So it's the purpose of this contract. You send a link to the client, and they can sign the contract in QuickBooks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's very good. If you're not using, DocuSign or something, then that's good.
Yeah, 100%. I just wonder if to flesh that out, doesn't it need some sort of like client portal or something? Like, isn't that the sort of functionality you'd want with a contract? I don't know, or is it the fact that
you verify it's signed by the right person? Is it just tracking an IP address? Is that all it is?
Potentially. I just wonder if if you're gonna offer a contract to a client, don't you want it to be easy for them to find it again? I don't know. I guess it's in their email. They could go through their email, find that email, click on the link.
Yeah. Some of these contracts, some of the stuff, the apps that we do, they already do offer that customer portal where you can, and it comes into those price lists and stuff as well, where you could have your contract in there, and then the customer could log in and go, I want to order these things, and their price list is in there. There's quite a lot of that going on. That's quite, so it's almost like a self-serve, especially for people who are just doing products. Like I'm selling 10 widgets, and they're 50 quid to Aaron and 150 pounds to Charlie. Great, go on your self-port and just order them. Yeah, 100%.
It all comes in, especially in advance where you've got all the workflows. Then you can say, oh, new order created. Right, we've got the sales order. Right, there's my stock thing in QuickBooks. Right, stock man, who's got access just to the stock, can you do the delivery? Then the invoice is created, right? And there's a contract that says this is the pricing that we've got, and everything's in one place.
And speaking of sales, it's because sales orders is brand new, right? It just came in not so long ago. Is that something that people have been asking for your end? Is that a finally it's here sort of idea?
I think it's something that when people start looking at other systems that are bigger than Xero and a QuickBooks that tend to reappear, and people call them different things, right? Some say, oh, they're an estimate or a quote, and it's just differentiating. Actually, no, this is a sales order, so we know what products we need to make.
Nice
so
to see.
Without a decent stock system, sales orders are kind of. irrelevant.
Yeah. If you do get to play with it though, they do have this fancy new copy
I'm sure
functionality.
they used to be there years ago. And
What, sales orders?
Yeah.
I think sales was always in the desktop version, weren't they?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Way back when, I'm sure they were on the cloud one when it first came.
Really?
You never know.
We've had estimates forever, haven't we? But yeah, I can't remember. But pro tip to everyone, do play around with sales orders just to see the new copy functionality that we're getting throughout the product later. But I generally really like this. Like, you can use this to copy to a different type of thing, like to a journal entry or whatever it's going to be.
We did for that, didn't we? And then we were like, some of these you wouldn't necessarily want to copy that data to there.
True, but now you can copy, because like credit memo will be the big one, right? Like,
that's what I mean. It should be a sales order or a sales invoice should be able to be copied to a credit memo, right?
Yeah.
It was all. I think we discussed it before about linking the types of transactions you would normally do that for.
Yeah.
Not just have a list of this is what you can copy it to, because why would I copy a sales order one at all? I'd copy it to an invoice, but I wouldn't be copying a sales order to a credit note yet.
True. But what it has now is this whole idea where you can export it as an Excel. So just what I've done here. So I've done these, 2 items and put it there as an option, right? But what that means then is it gives me the chance to bring up that file. I can then kind of make some edits, maybe in here, for example, like 5 of them, 6 of them, whatever it's going to be. I can copy that. And then I can go in here, and now I have a paste functionality as well.
Please don't overwrite what you already put in there. They just paste some extra lines.
If I added extra lines, though, it'd also give me extra lines.
So I just add those 2 lines as 2 extra lines on that page was the main thing.
So then I could have all of these, and I could copy, and I can paste directly in there. So I think that's gonna be quite powerful functionality for bigger, like when we talk about advanced, when we're talking about Intuit Enterprise Suite, those sort of ones, the functionality that has to be there, doesn't it? Like, this is like,
especially when you're going into that world of lower into mid-market, there's lots of stuff out there. That's the sort of area that we do quite a lot of, or I do quite a lot of, that it needs there's certain functionality that Plus needs to sort of get it to that. Not Plus, Advanced needs to just go up higher.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, the
100%
document thing should be depending on what they need to just narrow that down a bit. Does it not add up? No. That's impressive.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
Is it because I use the copy functionality? Maybe because I use copy functionality, it's not redone the. Now I've pasted it, it's not recreated it. I think if I was to do, like, maybe if I was change one of them, I think it will be fine. Okay. Moving on.
So that doesn't actually. Well, the interesting thing is, though, if you now print it, right, we know it's wrong on your screen there.
Yeah.
Is the print? What does that show? Because if that case, then we've got that's a problem, right? Why don't you preview it? That's bizarre.
I can't print it. You won't let me print it.
Can you send and save?
Print delivery date?
Save and send?
I can't print it. I don't get the option to print it.
Can you save and send it?
Good shout. Oh no, I don't think you could save and send because it's a sales order, isn't it? You'd never send that out, would you?
Well, most people would say, yeah, well, no, you wouldn't send it out, but you should be able to print it. Or there you go, email.
Oh, pop-up blocked, in fairness. I think it was trying to do that. There we are. That's me.
That adds up.
There we are. Yeah. So the printing of that looks...
It doesn't look great, but yeah, it adds up. At least that adds up.
Yeah. But maybe when I come in, though, it's going to be fixed now. Yeah, we are.
So you needed to save it and then it refreshed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's generally because I was pasting. I think it just got, it doesn't do a live refresh. So that's definitely something that either needs to be fixed or people just need to be aware of, right?
I think people need to be aware, and it probably needs to be fixed.
Yeah. Cool. Well, there we are. That was all the updates we've had since last time we had a little conversation around these very mics. Charlie, where can people find you? Anything to plug? The floor is yours, sir.
They can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me, Charlie Khan, but also have a Facebook group for QuickBooks Pro Advisors. Just search for Pro Advisor User Group on Facebook and come and join us. We're just shy of 900 people. Come in, talk to us, ask questions, make some comments. Yeah.
Love that. I mean, we keep saying this, but we do need to get the actual pod in there, don't we? That'll be
we do. Yes, I
be
need to work with Lizzie and do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Producer Lizzie and I need to sort that out. Yeah.
Simon, now you're back, and we're so grateful you're back. Where can people find you? The floor is yours.
Professionally, you can find me on LinkedIn. That is my plug. Unprofessionally, you can find me on other social media networks. But yeah, primarily LinkedIn when I can be bothered to post something. Which will be sporadic. I have sporadic sprees of posting things.
Yeah.
And maybe before Christmas, you never know.
Love that. And there we have it. There has been another exciting episode of QuickBooks Labs. Remember to follow us on all those social media as the accountant network that we have, and keep your eyes peeled because we have some very exciting content coming your way, including, as I teased before, that bonus episode. And the idea of the bonus episode is that the first one is going out free of charge to every single person out there, so you'll have to be able to see it. We've got quite an interesting topic for that bonus episode, but after that it will be a part of the Patreon reward tier that's there. So yeah, keep an eye on it, and we'll tell you about more of it later down the line. So that's been it. So it's a goodbye from me,
and a goodbye from him,
and a goodbye from him.
Bye, everyone. Speak to you later. Bye.
Bye.